Hi, I'm Alice and I am Ecom and Digital Director at the Bamford Collection. I think honestly, it's just to not overthink things too much. I think one of the best bits of advice I was given early on in my career when I was working at the Body Shop was, it's just body better. And actually, if you hold on to that kind of core feeling of do you know what, we're not trying to save lives here, it's just business. We're all just here trying to do the best that we can. I think it really helps to keep you grounded. Probably Beauty Pie. I just think they have done a really amazing job of coming up with something that is really quite unique. It doesn't feel as unique anymore, I don't think, but actually when it came out, it really was, and they really kind of capitalized on a moment. And I have to say that I'm so bought in, I'm so sucked in, I buy all my skincare from them. I am an avid listener to The Rest is History. I cycle into work every day and it is basically everything that I listen to. My favourite part of the series is the French Revolution one. I think actually that you can be a nice person and still be a good leader. I think I see so many people fall into this trap of thinking that you have to be very brash and very direct, and you kind of lose that sense of empathy. And actually, I would just love to see more examples of people being able to do both. It's actually quite interestingly staying where I was. So I was at a role, I got offered another role, I was really excited about it, I was going to take it, and someone offered me a huge career jump and it was totally terrifying. And I was also why am I doing this? Should I stay, should I leave? But actually taking that plunge and going for the big career jump, it pushed me so far out of my comfort zone, but it was really where I was most challenged and where I learned the most. Engaged. So I'm actually trying to give myself permission to be work is there, work is good, focus on work, do well, but actually focus on the enjoyment of that personal life as well, and make sure that I take the time to really enjoy that moment as well.
Hi, I'm Caroline Finn. I'm interim brand director at Coco Neuf. Go for it. In the words of Nike, just do it. I mean, I think I'm lucky. I grew up in a bubble of beauty where there was lots of women that I aspired to replicate in terms of their careers. But ultimately, I'd say just go for it, because the scary thing isn't a no. I'd probably say one that I really admire is Luna Daily. I think they have exploded on the market. They have found a niche for their products that really definitely needed to be explored. They have gone for it unapologetically. Their strapline is head, vulva, knees and toes. So they really are exploring women's bodies and exploring the language of women's bodies, as well as exploring what products work for women and owning that space. And I think every single thing I see from that brand and hear from the founder Katie is brilliant. Podcast-wise, it's kind of slightly cliche, but she gets some incredible guests. I'd say Exhibit A by Abby Clancy. I met Abby years and years ago when she was a footballer's wife and kind of dismissed her as a footballer's wife. And I think her content actually genuinely is very good. It's lighthearted enough to listen to on the commute, but she gets some incredible guests. I would say a female leader that's got to the top, to understand her perspective looking down and how she got there. So a Margaret Thatcher or an Angela Merkel, even Hillary Clinton, I would want to understand, because it's such a world that's unnavigated by females really, because we get struck down quite quickly in that political stance. So I'd say that. Listen.
Great answer.
Old school notebook. everything is in there, and I kind of have this morning period where if I've filled that notebook, where I can't leave it. And sometimes I'm known to carry 2 notebooks just to kind of for the overlap, because it carries everything. Honestly, my productivity hack, which I learned so early on, is to overlap that with a post-it note, and the post-it note has got tick boxes in, and that's what you absolutely cannot finish your day without. Personally, it's just being more present, because work takes over your mind, and I've got small children, so presenteeism is the biggest value that you can give kids from a mum. And I think professionally that does have an impact, because when you learn how important it is to be present in a situation, it helps when you're managing people, it helps when you're managing situations to be present in those situations. So you don't come to the meeting with your own agenda, you listen and work out what the agenda of the meeting is for the other people in there, which is inherently so much more helpful if you understand what they're coming in to achieve. You can achieve that, it helps everybody. So I'd say presenteeism is what I try to practice regularly. I think the best career decision I made is stopping myself in my 20s and going, you don't know everything. Not retrain, but get yourself a certification in something that makes you have the foundations, because I didn't have the marketing or digital wasn't a thing when I went to university, but the foundations of knowledge, of structure, of thinking and process, and making mistakes is okay. I have been at a couple of companies where I've only been there for a short moment. Early in my career, I thought it was devastating and a hole in my CV and I had to cover it up. But later in my career, I have learned that I went there, the culture wasn't right for me. I didn't agree with their policy. The role that they sold to me wasn't the role that they wanted me to do.
Hi, my name's Charlie, I'm Head of Ecom at Dr. Martens.
My name is Maddie, I'm the Global Digital Director at Grown Alchemist. I would say there was a point in time where I always thought, looking at some of the leaders around me, that you have to be a certain way, quite formal, quite direct, or whatever that may be. But I don't think that's the case. I think you can just be authentic to whatever the style you have is. Maybe that's more casual, maybe that's more fun, like Charlie, and you can still be an amazing leader. So I think be authentic to your style.
Love this one. Never Fully Dressed, it's got to be Lucy Allen. I absolutely love the brand. They do so much on their stories. They have such an amazing community. Constant newness drops, really fun colour print, fun pops and everything, and she's just amazing. I swear she has like 3 or 4 kids, and she's founded this huge business. Yeah, big fan.
By Rotation, they're amazing. Like, they really disrupted the industry, and I think both of those founders, I think it's Victoria and Ashita, they have done, I'd say, quite a lot for like their personal brand and kind of bringing it into the personal versus brand kind of LinkedIn marketing. They've done a good job of kind of talking about the company, not just the product, which is quite cool.
I've been reading The Goddess. It is all about if you're into your kind of spiritual being, and I think it's got like 10 authentic steps to be the most authentic person that you can possibly be. All about setting boundaries, being it's spiritual, understanding the cycle and how your horoscope is, just lots of stuff about yourself. It's a great book.
Oh, I'd have dinner with my old boss, who was my first manager at Levi's. She was an amazing leader, so warm, so courageous, so herself. I would have dinner with her.
Actually, I'll go for my old boss as well. She's amazing, and her and Kate have started up Turn, which is a business that they are looking to improve sustainability. And yeah, they're just amazing. They've worked with so many different brands, super high energy. Yeah, she still mentors me to this day. Very grateful.
I have started timing things. That is not something I would normally do, but I've started putting it on and saying, send this email, because sometimes when there's like 12 things you have to do within an hour, it can get a bit distracting.
Don't work 50 nowadays. Even if you have a million things to do and a million direct reports, don't do it to yourself. It doesn't set a good example for your team. You want to be the one talking at the office all the time and setting the example.
Hi, I'm Marina. I head up e-com at Sarah Chapman. My favourite female-led brand is probably Sarah Chapman, a little bit biased. I just finished reading The Culture Map, which I really enjoyed. It's decoding people from different cultures. London is super multicultural, so you come across loads of different people, and something that you might not think is offensive can be offensive, and vice versa. So yeah, so understanding like where different people are coming from on that scale is just super, super useful. I really enjoyed it. Probably Kylie Jenner, just because I want to know all the goss. Right now it's joining Sarah Chapman. I'm having a great time. I think it's really looking after myself. Like, I am gonna be the best reason that I succeed. So making sure that I have good sleep hygiene, I'm eating well, just means that I'm set up to have the best day and succeed as best I can.
Hi, my name's Melissa Allwork. I've been working in e-commerce for the last probably 15 years. Oh goodness, I think for me it would be about making sure you've got a voice at the table, being brave, speaking up and finding some cheerleaders and supporters around the business to help you do that. I'm a massive fangirl of Trinny. Trinny London would be my favourite brand. I think she's done an amazing job of building amazing products, and just everything that she's curated, from kind of her personal brand to the products to the stores, is just fantastic. Oh, it would be Trinny, 100%. If she's watching this, Trinny, call me. Two things. I think empathy is really important as a leader, but also you need people to deliver results, so making sure you look after your team. I think the best career decision I ever made was moving to Singapore. I had the opportunity to go over there and was really scared and really worried, and I was just going to go for 2 years. I ended up staying for 8. A whole bunch of life experiences that I would never have had, and I worked for an amazing brand over there for 8 years, so I'd say that. Personally, I want to get fit and strong. I'm sure a lot of people have said similar. Professionally, making sure I spend more time going to events and expanding my mind and thinking about things outside of my day job.
Hi, I'm Ryan Murray, and I am the co-owner and managing director of Mimi Holiday. There are no limits, there's no ceiling. You can do what you want to do. How can you do something that actually people are going to go, wow, I'm going to listen to this person, they've got something to say? Because actually it's about the person, it's not about your gender, it's not about your skin colour, it's not about your sexuality, it's about what you can bring to the table. There's so many in the beauty industry, without naming any individual examples. I think that really encapsulates people who have really created products that they know work and that sort of sell themselves. And I think that whole beauty world has created an environment where you can really there's just a real authenticity with the products that are created and that are sold. I currently now own a brand that was a female founded brand. And it was very much about women designing, so it's lingerie, it's swimwear, it's very intimate products. And it's called Mimi Holiday. If I could go back in time for someone dead, it would be Margaret Thatcher, because I fundamentally disagree with her philosophy and her principles and her thought processes. But she really broke down so many barriers in terms of being the first British female Prime Minister. She came from quite a kind of working class background to running, the Conservative Party. She built up an incredible relationship with the state. Although, as I say, I disagree with her from a political point of view, I think she's a really interesting trailblazer in terms of changing British society and changing what was available for women and what could be seen to be delivered by women within the country. that it's all about people. I watched The Apprentice, I still watch The Apprentice, and it's all about everyone being me, talking about, I'm the project manager this week, this is what I'm going to do, blah, blah, blah. And that actually is a microcosm of business. The best leaders that I've ever come across are the opposite. They're the ones who listen, they're the ones who don't think that they have the answers, but who actually accept that they don't have the answers, and will listen to their team, will, in a retail world, will be on the shop floor, speaking to their colleagues who are interacting with customers day in, day out, and who are taking on board that kind of like wealth of knowledge from multiple sources, and then helping that to kind of give an opinion rather than just trying to like force their opinions on others. To embrace a healthier lifestyle. So we're in 2025. Conversations that I listen to on radio and podcasts now are around things like gut health or mental well-being. You know, stuff that when I started my career, these things weren't even, I didn't even know what they were. And I've sort of set myself a personal challenge to say, try and spend more time and more effort thinking about my physical and mental well-being.